for anyone who wasn't, maybe under a rock, we launched the U token on PermaSwap. And who do we have here? We have Tom from Stamps Protocol, and we have jshaw from Permafacts. So before we get started, I am Romain. I'm here with everVision. I take care of branding for everVision. I think everyone knows here what everVision does. And I would like to start this off with Tom. Would you like to present yourself real quick?
Yeah, thanks, Romain. My name's Tom Wilson, and I'm a developer on the Stamp protocol. And I also build some other PermaWeb apps or work on them, PermaPages, Now, and PST. Thanks.
Sweet, thanks for that. Justin,
Romain,
how about you?
I just want to interrupt a little bit because this time our audience, most of our audience are Chinese people. So I will be a translator this time. So maybe my English not good enough, but I will try my best to translate the English to Chinese to let our audience understand what Justin and Tom said. And if you guys can speak, use the easy word or easy sentence to express the things, that would be perfect. Okay. Now I will use the Chinese to introduce Tom. 大家好啊，我是我是 everVision 的CMO， 我叫 Gerry。那现在的话，我现在的话会做一个翻译吧，就是把我们的主持人以及 Tom 和Justin 的这个自我介绍以及之后的所有的他想表达的东西都翻译成中文，然后跟大家这个传达给大家。但是呢，也可能是因为因为怎么说呢，就是这个语言的一些限制吧，有些可能有些疏漏，那请大家能够谅解一下。刚才 Tom 的话是介绍了他自己，Tom 是来自于我们 Arweave 社区的，他主要是他是一个 Arweave 社区的开发者，并且开发了一个叫 Stamped 的一个项目。这个项目的话，在我们的 PermaWeb 上面会用的比较多，就是有点像是那种在给 PermaWeb 点赞的那样的这么一个工具啊，所以这个是 Tom 然后呢，他还开发了一些别的一些这个工具也好，或者是产品也好以及会发一些这个 token 叫 PST token 在这个 Arweave 上面OK Romain。
That was a perfect translation. I don't know how you remembered all that, but good job. Justin, you want to go and introduce yourself real quick?
Absolutely. Thanks, Romain, and thanks for having me, everyone. I'm Justin Shaw, the founder of the Facts protocol, and we're really trying to build a protocol that removes gatekeepers from the truth. And yeah, I'm one of the founders that work together with the ecosystem to put out the U project.
OK， 刚才呢就是Justin 介绍了一下自己Justin 他是来自于叫 PermaFacts Labs 的这家公司的创始人以及 CEO 他呢在这个公司旗下呢有一个产品叫PermaFacts， 这个 PermaFacts 的话就是可以通过一些去中心化的方式，并且大家来投票的这些方式来怎么说呢，就是来确定一个事件的一个真实性所以叫 PermaFacts。然后呢，我们今天的主题 U， 它的这个创建呢，也是由这个构建的，也是由这个Justin 他们的团队来做的。好了 ，OK， Romain。
Perfect. Thanks very much for that. All right, so I guess we'll get right into it, and we'll start with the U questions. Okay, so Justin or Tom. Whichever chooses to speak first, you can go for it. The first question is, what is U? Can you explain U briefly for everyone here?
第一个问题是什么是 U 那 Justin 会来回答这个问题。Justin。
Yeah, so U is a SmartWeave token, so it's a new token in the Arweave ecosystem. You could to compare it to something like an Ethereum, it would be like similar to an ERC20 token that's on Ethereum. It's definitely a different standard, but yeah, so it's a SmartWeave token, and what this allows is a way for smart contracts to transfer value from one another. So smart contracts can't hold AR tokens, so that means that this is a nice fit for something like U to be used to allow contract to contract interactions.
OK 刚才 Justin 表达的是哎呦，讲的有点多，讲的有点多。这个U 呢，它是一个SmartWeave token。SmartWeave 的话是 Arweave 生态里面的一个智能合约的一个名称，叫 SmartWeave Contract Token。然后呢，它呢主要的一个用途呢，就是说，在 SmartWeave 的这个平台里面或生态里面，就是不能使用那个 AR 作为主要的一个 token 来进行这个交互和使用，所以呢，我就开发了这么一个叫这个 U 的这么一个 token。那这个 U token 的话，就可以在 SmartWeave 的这个平台上面去进行交互，然后在合约和合约之间来进行交互。那这样的话，以后用户去使用那个在这些合约的这些平台里面去要做一些转账啊，或者做一些别的一些操作的话，就可以使用 U 来做操作啊。它其实有点像是一个 AR 的一个替代品啊，因为 AR 没办法到这个 Smart Contract， 就有点像什么，就有点像 WETH 和 ETH 之间的一个关系。OK。
All right, good. Tom, do you have anything to add to that, or what?
No, I think that was very good. I'll shoot for one of the other questions.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I guess if I could add one thing to that, the key here is that we want to get liquidity into the PermaWeb as well. So to make the PermaWeb even more powerful than it is today, it's like we need to get contracts to be able to transmit value between one another. And the key is like, let's get liquidity in the PermaWeb.
对 U 的话还可以给那个 PermaWeb 去注入一些流动性，那这些流动性的话是可以在上面的话去兑换成别的一些PermaWeb 上面的一些平台上面的一些资产啊，这样的话也是可以更加的去就是怎么说呢 ，empower 那个叫什么那个赋能吧，赋能这个这个生态吧，赋能这个 PermaWeb 这个生态吧，然后那个谁啊，那个Spike， 如果我说哪里有点不对的话，你可以帮我纠正一下，好吧？
好的，没问题。
毕竟不是专业的口译，心有虚。Okay, Romain, you can move on.
Thank you. Oh, I wanted to say hi to BMAC. I see he joined. Hello there, Mr. BMAC. Next question. So this is a sub question to that question is why you? Why did you guys call this token U? Yeah, you could have called it anything. Why you?
好，下一个问题是为什么要有这个 U 啊 ？OK.
Yeah, I can take that one. So U stands for unit, and so U is the goal to be unit of account for the PermaWeb. The PermaWeb is a new ecosystem or new web, and it needs a unit of account very much like networks need a unit of account for their services.
OK 那个刚 Tom 的话说的是 U 的话，它的一个目标就是unit for the accounts for PermaWeb， 就是那个PermaWeb 上面的账户的一个单位我们这就通过这样的一个账户的单位的话是就可以去做一些交互类的东西。哎，那个Spike， 你看看你那儿有没有什么补充的？我可能漏掉点。
他说的这个 U 实际上代表那个 PermaWeb 上的一个单位，就是 unit 嘛，就是最小的一个单位。它如果你在上面有一个账户，你需要进行操作的话，它相互之间是需要有一个最小的记账单位的，然后叫 unit， 然后他们取了最前面这个名字叫 U， 就是 就把它抽象出来了。实际上 U 就代表了一个 PermaWeb 上的一个记账单位。
Yes. Okay, Romain.
Perfect. Thank you for that one. Next question. What is the difference between U and AR? Are they technically the same or what?
Yeah, so AR is the low level protocol, the Arweave protocol, the token that is used when uploading data to Arweave. So as far as the big difference here is that contracts can't hold U. So if you want to enable a permaweb where contracts can talk to one another and send value to one another, you can't use the AR token. Obviously, Arweave is the king of the Arweave ecosystem and the sort of the cradle of the permaweb. But to make the permaweb faster, to make transactions faster on the permaweb, using the layer 2 is important to enable speed for the permaweb, because we want an experience for the permaweb that feels like the legacy Web 2 experience, but it's the Web 3 and it's fast.
它主要的一个区别啊，刚才那个问题呢是 AR 和 U 之间的区别，它主要的一个区别就是刚才也提到过 ，U 的话是可以被使用在这个 contract， 就是这个合约的这个平台上面，但是 AR 是不能使用，就类似于 WETH 和 ETH 之间的这个关系。然后呢，对于这个那个为什么要有这个 U， 为什么要有这个 smart contract 的这个平台的话，就是需要就是转账，就是用户在使用这些东西的时候，它的转账是需要有更高的速度、更快的速度，能够有更高的效率去让用户去使用它们。对，这是我听到的。那 Spike 有没有补充？
这里需要注意一点，就是如果我们在那个 AR 上进行操作的话，其实可以分成2个部分。第一个就是上传数据，这个是必须要用 AR 的。然后呢，你上传完数据之后呢，就是你 mint 掉相应的 AR 之后呢，就会生成相应多少的那个 U， 然后你生成 U 之后呢，然后呢就继续可以在智能合约之间有一些操作、转账、交易这些东西。你需要燃烧这个时候的 gas 费。U 实际上是相当于在智能合约平台之间调动，它需要承担一个价值。这是实际上是2部分。大概就这样。
Okay.
Are we good?
Yes.
Nice. All right, good. Next one. This is a sub question to that one. Can we use U for permanent file storage? Is that possible? I'll let Tom or Justin take that one.
Yeah. So it's a great question, and U is a smart weave contract, so it kind of exists on the PermaWeb, on the Arweave network. To my knowledge, right now, you can't use U for permanent storage. And one of the interesting aspects of U is that if you upload storage and pay AR for it on the network, you actually mint U. That's one of the ways to get U. So it'd be kind of weird to have the inverse, I think.
Spike 你能那个翻译一下吗？
可以，我简要的转译一下它的原意啊，就是因为 AR 和 U 的用途不同，目前来说呢，我们不能直接用 U 来直接对，我先补充一下问题啊，问题是能不能用 U 来作为那个存储的支付费用？这个实际上是不行的，因为 AR 和 U 的设计原则不同。目前阶段你不能在主网上用 U 来支付那个就是上传的费用，但是呢，我们 PermaSwap 上架之后呢，你其实可以用燃烧 AR 生成的 U， 再把 U 兑换成 AR， 再把 AR 充值回去，你可以用这种间接的方式去使用。这个是我们能给大家补充到的一个信息。
对 ，Spike， 要不你把补充的信息也翻译一下。对，然后其实 AR Sending 上传的话，就可以直接那个收 U， 然后可以立即的兑换成那个 AR 去进行支付。
对， 对这个，所以它从一个比较间接的方式，但是对于用户来说，它是比较无感的。如果用我们 AR Sending 的服务来使用上传的话，其实呢，你一方面你使用 AR 支付掉费用之后呢，你会立即得到你的U 这个代币，然后这个时候你再不管对它进行任何操作，再把它兑换成 AR， 然后你可以继续使用它来支付存储费用。实际上这个差距是比较小的。严格意义上来说，它有一些差距，但实际上我们可以做到让它两者之间差距非常之小，因为我们现在 PermaSwap 已经开放了两者的兑换和交易。
这个需要把它翻译成英文，然后跟他们说一下。
OK.
Hey Tom, you have something else to say about that?
Yeah, just one additional comment. As you have you can use decentralized exchanges like PermaSwap to exchange you for AR. Then you could use AR to purchase storage. So in theory, the long answer is yes, you can use you to purchase storage.
That's actually true. You can do that.
Yeah, okay. I will translate that part. Tom 刚才说的意思就是说，他想补充一点，就是现在用户的话其实是可以通过这样的途径去使用 U 来上传数据，那就是手里有 U 了之后呢，把它在 PermaSwap 上面，也就是我们旗下的那个 DEX PermaSwap 上面去给它兑换成AR， 然后呢再去通过 AR 去上传数据。对，这样子也是这个通路是可以的。然后 Spike， 你刚才说的那个 RCD 这一块的话，你能不能翻译成英文给那个 Tom 和 Justin 能不能了解一下？
这个其实我不是非常的理解刚才那个熊总说的，他是怎么样，他同时既上传又收到那个 U。
是这样的，是这样的，就是 AR Sending 呢支持各种代币去付款，所以只要在 PermaSwap 里面有流动性，那个 AR Sending 去那个帮助大家，你不管是支付 Ether、支付 USDC， 都可以那个上传文件到 Arweave 上。那现在呢，支付 U 是一样的，因为那个 PermaSwap 有流动性，所以对于 AR Sending 这个节点，它在收到 U 之后，可以立即换成 AR， 帮助用户进行代付，就这样一个代理的功能，代付的功能。
代付的功能，哎，那你刚才说这个意思就是说，我们这个 AR Sending 的话是 AR Sending 本来就是可以通过那个 everPay 的这个支付，
对，所以 everPay 上各种资产都可以那个上传嘛，所以 U 也可以上传的。
对。Yes, I want to update one information on our side, Tom and Justin, because in our community, the PermaDAO, we have an open source tool named AR Seeding. Have you guys heard about that? The AR Seeding is now the users or not users, maybe projects or users can use AR Seeding to upload the data onto the Arweave. And the AR Seeding, if you use AR Seeding, they can pay assets which be supported by everPay. So that means everPay supports you, and users can use you to upload data onto Arweave through AR Seeding directly. So that's another way to use you for storage.
And that goes to each individual person that's running the seeder?
Now, because our DAO, the community, are maintaining this open source tool. So and we are trying to let the more projects to use AR Seeding to upload the data onto Arweave. So if those projects can integrate or use AR Seeding, so their users can do that.
Yeah, and also AR Sending supported manifest, so we can use AR Sending to be gateway and use PermaWeb on AR Sending too. Yeah, it's just like another gateway. Anybody can implement this gateway too.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. Just drag your files into that. Maybe Yeah, because it's we can share our screen, so maybe next time we can share our screen and let you know the R seeding, how R seeding works.
That's incredible. Yeah, and if there's any documentation for how to use AR seeding, I'd love to get it onto the U wiki.
Cool. We'll share you. Yeah. Romain, this part we just finished that. We just finished this part.
Perfect. Before I go to the next question, if anyone has any questions about you, you can definitely post it in the comments, and then we'll go over it later. I'll let you translate that, Gerry.
Yeah. I have actually I have one question. That is, where can you use in the future? What are the main scenario? Just like maybe on PermaWeb in the future, can we use you to do something on PermaWeb?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I guess I'll go first. Tom, I know. So first of all, there's a bunch of applications that are being built right now that have you integrated into it. So just yesterday, the FAIR protocol, they're building a decentralized marketplace for AI models. They just announced that they're integrating you into their platform. I'm building the Facts protocol, and the entire protocol depends on a pair token, and the token that we're going to be using is the U token for buying fact markets. And then I'll let Tom speak for his applications.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. So right now you can use pst.arweave.dev to upload digital assets and trade using you. So you can sell your digital assets as well as purchase other digital assets on pst.arweave.dev. The other thought is that as more PermaWeb apps get built, you don't always need your own token for an app. And I think you provides the ability for liquidity for more PermaWeb apps that don't need their own token.
Got it. OK， 刚才呢，Justin 和 Tom 呢介绍了一下现在 U 目前的一个使用的一个这个叫场景吧。现在的话有在生态内呢有一个项目叫 FAIR Protocol，它是一个 AI 的一个 model 啊，一个 AI 的一个模型的一个项目。他们现在已经集成了这个 U 在里面去做一些支付的一些行为。然后呢，还有像那个Facts Labs 他们旗下的开发了一个叫 Facts Protocol， 也就是说 Permafacts 它就是由这个 Facts Protocol 来构建出来的。然后他们也是集成了这个 U 就是使用在他们的 Fact Markets 里头，就是叫事件真实 Fact Market 怎么翻译啊？真实市场里面啊去使用。然后呢 ，Tom 呢刚才那个补充了两点。第一个呢是现在可以是去一个叫 pst.arweave.dev 的这个网站里头去做这个数据上传，就可以用 U 来做这个数据上传。然后呢，还有一个就是他那个 Tom 呢认为 PermaWeb 的这个应用啊，他以后的话都不用去发自己的这个代币了，大家都使用这个 U 来做这个代币，来捕获价值也好，来做这个转账或者来实现一些平台的一些功能也好，都是可以的，就没有必要再去发自己的一些代币。这是 Tom 说那个补充的。Spike 你这边有没有什么要补充的 ？Spike Spike 在Spike 在怎么会掉线了？好
I think Spike died. No, Spike.
Spike 有没有要补充的？你刚才？
没有，我刚才掉线了，这部分没听清。我们下一个。
可以吗？你有没有要补充的？刚才我刚翻译那部分。
没有，我刚才这儿掉线了，一直在重新登录，刚才听不见。
OK. Cool. So Romain, I don't have the questions about you.
You said you don't have questions? All right, perfect, because I do. So here's something that I heard, right? So both of you will confirm this, but you obviously will be used for the PermaWeb as we just said it. But in order to build on the PermaWeb, you'll need to use you, right? So in order to have an application, you'll need to have you in order to actually have this application on the PermaWeb. Is that it? Did I understand that correctly?
Hey, Romain. Sorry. No, you don't. You can upload any web app to the PermaWeb and use it. But if you wanted to easily accept tips or value for services for your app, as a developer, you can easily integrate you for that purpose instead of having to build your own token. Does that make sense?
Makes complete sense. Yeah. Of course, that's what you were saying before, instead of having everyone having their own token, everyone uses you. Makes complete sense. Okay, so you can have your application on the PermaWeb. You don't really need the U token in order to actually have this application on the PermaWeb. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you want to add instant payment rails to your application, that's where U comes in.
那个Spike 能翻译一下吗？刚才说的 Spike 又掉线了。我刚刚可能有点那个了，有点没有跟上他们说的内容。
Do you want us to repeat it? I think we can.
Yeah. You can you repeat it?
Yeah, we'll repeat it. So my question was, can we? Well, I originally thought when I was in Berlin, I spoke to a few devs. I originally thought that you needed you in order to upload an application onto the PermaWeb, right? So that was my question. And then Tom said, I'll let Tom say it.
Yeah, so the short answer is no. Anyone can upload an application to the PermaWeb, and you is not required. But if your application wants to have payments or provide payments for services, then it is easy to integrate you in your application for those payment rails, as Justin said.
OK, got it. 刚才的话，那个问题就是，是不是所有的我们的 PermaWeb 要上传到这所有的应用要上传到 PermaWeb 上面，是不是要使用 U？ 然后呢，现在说这个 Tom 说的是，不是说一定要使用到 U， 但是呢，有一点就是在我们在 PermaWeb 上面，如果想要有这个，比如说要tipping 啊，然后就是那个叫什么打赏啊，或者是别的一些转账的一些东西的话一些行为的话，是可以集成 U 去作为这个使用的。所以这个是一个U 的一个使用的一个场景，对不对 ？Spike， 我翻译的对吧？
对，应该没有问题，因为只要你涉及到和智能合约的交互的话，它就可以做很多像你刚才说的像打赏这个都是可以的，因为你 AR 本身不能做。如果只是涉及到就是分成两块，涉及到单纯存储的话用 AR， 你在 PermaWeb 上想用其他的任何操作的话，其实应该都是可以用 U 的，这是我的理解，因为它可以是打通智能合约之间的交互。
Yes. And about this part, Tom and Justin, I just want to share some information about everpay. We built everpay. So everpay as the payment protocol, it also can be integrated into the PermaWeb or applications on PermaWeb. So that means the users can use everpay to do some tipping or payments instantly and without any gas fee. So that's what we have built. and I think maybe it can help the PermaWeb in the future as well.
Amazing.
Yes. outprog, do you want to add on more information about that?
No, I think it's good. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Now I have another question about the youth future. How do you think? How do you guys think we can what kind of things we can do in the future can make youth volume be bigger? Now it's very it's an early step, right? It's an early stage, and the volume is not very big. And I remember the number of you is around 6,000, right? So in the future, how can we make this volume be bigger?
Yeah, I'll take a stab at that one. I think that the best way to increase the value or increase the volume on the U contract, on the U token, is to build applications that use U. You guys have your payment system that you've worked on, and this is another payment system that can be integrated into PermaWeb applications. And the more PermaWeb applications that are using you, the more liquidity there will be out there into the PermaWeb. So I think that's the key is let's just keep building, and let's keep building tools that use these protocols.
Do you have any plan about that things attract more builders or attract more developers into the Arweave ecosystem? That's very important, and let them know how to build on PermaWeb, and build the application on PermaWeb is also very important. So do you guys has any plan or any thought about that?
Tom, you want to take that one?
Yeah, I can take it. So there's several organizations in the Arweave community constantly working on improving the development documentation. One project I'm involved in is cookbook.arweave.dev, but there's several others. And then there's also several community members also working on engaging users. But from like what can we build aspect, I think marketplaces are a real next step to allow users to engage on the PermaWeb and in these marketplaces. And I think several marketplaces are coming, and the ones that are there are looking to support you to increase engagement. And then the last kind of piece is the interesting thing about you is if you upload data setting specific tags on your transaction, you actually mint you. So by uploading data to Arweave using these tags, you can grow the market supply and increase the units of you.
Yeah, 100%. I'd add to that. It's always hard talking about these types of things like what are some other applications that are going to be able to be built, and how do we get people to use you. The cool thing is we know for sure that there's a lot of applications in the background that are being built that are integrating you right now as we speak, and we can't really just say what those applications are, but there's a lot of things coming. So that's going to help a lot. And then as far as engaging engineers, I think that the PermaWeb is the perfect place to build mechanisms that are literally geared towards getting people to build faster. So we've been talking about games like a ship it game. Like if there's a way to use these protocols to incentivize and to gamify development and gamify building, and then incentivize and make it a fun game, and incentivize those users, use those mechanisms to incentivize developers to build cool applications. That's how we can bring more users to the PermaWeb.
So unfortunately, we lost Gerry. Hopefully it's not, going to take too long, but hopefully you don't have to repeat what you just said, but it was very interesting. Spike, do you think you can translate that or not?
OK，是这样的，其实按我刚才对他发言的一个理解，其实这个 U 呢，主要还是面向这个开发者来进行服务的，因为获得这个 AR 燃烧之后的一个奖励的话，其实是比较困难的。如果现在你有 U 的话，你去 PermaWeb 上建构应用的话，其实相当于你会获得一个激励。然后第二个呢，好处是你可以直接调用智能合约，然后为你的协议、产品和应用来进行服务。大致上，简单来说就是这两点。Gerry。
Yes, I just disconnect with internet. So sorry, guys. Yeah, I think you guys can talk a lot about that question, right?
Well, I have a follow-up question, if possible. So we all know that transactions take a while on Arweave, right? So how long will you take for a transaction to go through? How does it work actually?
Yeah, so U is a SmartWeave contract. So when running on SmartWeave networks like Warp or SCP, the transaction time is near instant. So, sub 500 milliseconds, I would say. So when you transfer from one balance to another, it is less than 500 milliseconds.
And how much does it cost? How much would one of these transactions cost?
Yeah, on layer 2, these are gasless transactions. So these can be free transactions so long as the data, so these can be free transactions.
Yeah, I mean, did you guys hear that? Free? I love that word.
Yeah， 刚才的话，这个问题的是那个我们在这个PermaWeb 上面去转这个 U 的话，它的时间和时长和这个费用是多少？时长的话，它因为是它这个 U 的话是基于这个 Warp 去构建出来的，然后 Warp 的话其实是一种 SCP 的一种，就我们所提出的 SCP 的这个开发范式。基于确定性存储这个的新的开发范式所建立起来的这么一个构建起来的这么一个应用，所以呢，它的那个就是那个转账的时间啊是非常非常短的，大概是在500毫秒的样子啊，是这个就是即时的一个转账，就跟我们 MPay 的即时转账是一样的。还有呢，就是也是feeless 就是不需要这个费用的这样的一个情况，对。
Perfect. Thank you. I have another little question. So we're going to get into a bit of tokenomics. I think that's important with these type of tokens. What is the total supply of U? And can there be more U than AR, for example?
Okay, so this is a little bit tricky one. So the only way to obtain U is by paying the endowment with your AR tokens. So technically, technically the endowment tokens can come back out of the endowment later on down the road, and then you could use those same tokens to mint U again. So there's not necessarily a cap on you. You know, you would think that it won't get much higher than couldn't get much higher than the circulating supply of Arweave, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit tricky to explain.
好，刚才问的话是那个就是 U 的这个上限啊，就是总的供应量有没有一个上限？那这回答呢是因为这个 U 它其实它的一个原理的话是把这个 AR 支付到这个 endowment 怎么翻译啊 ？endowment 应该是财库，类似于财库的地方是吧？
就是金库，实际上就是金库，
对，就是一个财库的地方。然后这样的话就可以去 mint 出来 U。那不管你是 burn AR 其实不是真正像那个以太坊那样子的去 burn 它，就把它给销毁掉，而是去是存入到这个财库里头去，然后就会得到一个 U。当然你在传那个数据到 Arweave 上面去的话，也是相当于是 pay 这个，就是支付了这笔这个上传费用。那这个上传费用这个 AR 的话也是到这里去的。所以说通过这样的方式去 mint U 的。然后呢，所以对于这种形式的话，它其实是没有一个这个最终的一个上限的，是没有一个上限的，因为它是可以，比如说 endowment 里头的这些 AR 的话，不是真正销毁，它其实还是可以在这个循环的，所以它是没有一个真正上限的。然后还有什么 Spike？
但是实际上在真正流通当中呢，它实际上是有上限的，因为它要跟那个就是你燃烧或者说你使用掉的 AR 进行个1:1的绑定，然后那个如果说你把 AR 存到它的金库里面，也不是说随意说想释放就释放，想增发就增发，这个是没有那么随意，所以说理论上 U 是没有上限的，因为 AR 的不是真正燃烧掉。然后第二个呢，但是它在真正的流通量呢是根据我们当前使用 AR 的数量来进行这个1:1绑定的，所以它不会无限增发。可以这样理解。
One thing that I'll add to that is that at any point in time, anyone can take their AR tokens and mint U tokens or pay the endowment to mint U tokens at a 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 AR for 1 U. So in theory, what that means is that the price should never go above the price of an AR token.
如果是这种 mint 的方式的话，去做那个这个 mint 这个 U 的话，那是1:1的去做的 mint。那理论上来说的话，这个价格的话是不会超过那个 AR 的这个价格，对吧 ？Spike， 帮我纠正一下。
对，理论上是不会的。
OK, cool.
Oh, let me add on to that, actually, Justin. In theory, it shouldn't go above 1 AR because if it ever did, I mean, there can be arbitrage, right? So it would level out anyway. So I think that's a smart way of doing it to ensure that it never goes up, or it never goes above 1 AR. No translation for that? No problem. I guess this is an easy question here that I have. So how to get AR or how to get U, right? We talked about, so one would be burning AR, right? I think we talked about that one. I'm not sure. The second one would be so uploading. That's how you get AR or U. And then the third one would be tagging, right? So those are the only 3 ways to get you, right? Or are there any other hidden ways besides the PermaSwap stuff and getting it that way?
I think 3 ways. 3 ways, and we just published a video on PermaDAO's the Twitter account. So if anybody want to know that questions, the answers, can watch that video. And in that video, Justin just share the 3 approaches to obtain the U. The first is burn AR to get U, and the second is upload data onto Arweave to get U, and third is trade trade on PermaSwap and can get you instantly. So that's the 3 approaches. 对，我刚讲的是英文啊，应该讲中文啊。
Wait, Justin had something to say. Justin, I saw you say it.
Yeah. So the only thing that I would add to that, so Romain, when you were talking about the approaches, you separated the second one that Gerry was talking about, which was uploading data. So yes, you can get you by uploading data, but you specifically have to add the tags for the U contract. And if you want to find out what those tags are on the U wiki, there is a sample tags document for anyone who wanted to add those tags while uploading data.
Perfect. And to follow up on that, in order to burn AR, where do I go? What do I do? Do you want to post the links to below in the chat for me to burn AR for you?
Absolutely. I'll post the links right now, and the site is getu.gateway.io.
刚才问一下那个刚才翻译一下刚才的这个问题和答案啊。刚才问题就是哪几个途径除了这个 burn AR 可以获得 U， 那还有哪几个途径可以获得到 U？ 那现在的话就是有3个途径，第一个是把这个烧掉销毁不是销毁，就是 burn AR to 去获得 U， 这是第一个途径。第二个途径是上传数据到 Arweave 上面就可以获得 U， 但是呢，在上传数据的话是需要有打那个专属的一个 tag， 但是有了这个 tag 的话才可以去获得到 U， 但对于这个一般用户来说，可能未必可以做到这一点，那所以说就要通过一些产品啊，一些产品去使用这个产品去上传数据。就可以获取到 U， 然后第3个就是在 PermaSwap 里头去兑换啊，直接兑换 U 就可以兑换出来了。那个熊伟啊，能不能介绍一下，就是说在哪些产品是可以就是已经是可以通过这些产品上传数据去获得 U 的？
对，其实现在我应该大多数的吧，那个像闹点Arweave就是汤姆所做的这个 PermaWeb。然后这些产品可以上传获得 U， 然后那个 Permafacts 还有 Alex 啊等等项目，我相信大家都会支持。然后同时我们这边的那个 AI Sending 节点就在上传的时候也会默认的去把 U 这个 mint 出来，所以在亚洲的这些项目使用 AI Sending 项目比如说 WeWave 网盘，然后后边我们支持一些新型的那个项目，像那个Arweave 的那个 University， 它的那个构建的一个内容共创的平台，如果大家去这些平台上去写一些那个文档，那都是可以获得这个 U 的。而获得这些 U 的话，一方面大家可以去在 PermaWeb 上去给其他人进行打赏，另外一方面也可以直接用这个 U， 也可以换回来 AR， 因为 U 和 AR 之间是可以进行一个相互的相互的那个兑换的。第二点我再补充一点啊，就是其实 PermaWeb 和以太坊还有其他的区块链的公链的故事其实不太一样，它是完全是一个全新的这个技术架构。这个技术架构之上，我们未来可能会有各种各样的这个 PermaWeb 的网关，不管是 ARIO 所提供的，还是 Founde 所提供的，还有我们 everPay 所提供的支付等等，就是大家未来其实可以在 PermaWeb 上去构建各种各样类型的这个自己的应用，那么这些通过协议的方式再集成在 PermaWeb 上，供所有的这个用户去直接使用这层那个相当于一个永久的这个网络。对，好的，就2部分，一部分就是一些场景，第二部分就是这个就是应该 everPay 或者未来有更多的亚洲项目也会作为这个 PermaWeb 的这个中间件，为大家提供这个基础设施服务。
OK， 这个我需要再翻译成英文吗？
对，最好再翻译一下，你试试可不可以讲？
哎呀，中间件是什么东西？中间件是 middleware 是吧？中间件怎么翻译？
对
middleware。
Spike， 你能做这个事吗？
没有，我刚才没听清那个熊总到底在说什么，就是
是吧？当 translator 实在太难了。 等一下，我想想看啊。outprog just says in Asia, because we have produced the R seeding and Everpay and some middleware for developers. So the developers who want to build something on top of Arweave, so they can how's that, upload data onto Arweave directly and get you directly. So 还有什么来着？
Yeah, but they have to add a tag to it, apparently.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, tag because now our setting just update upgrade and has that specific tag in the code. So users use that things can obtain you during the upload data onto Arweave.
Oh, so users don't even have to do anything. They just use AR seeding, and when it's uploaded, they receive you. They don't have to add any tags. It's instant, or it's automatically there. Is that it, Gerry?
Yes. Just like in PermaDAO, we some developers who come from the community, come from PermaDAO. They built the network disk named Weave network disk, and that network disk just upgrades things and puts the specific tag in how say that, the transaction or something, in that code. So users use a Weave network Discord to upload their data or upload their files onto Arweave. They can get you directly. Yeah. Yes. That's what I want to add on.
You got to translate for yourself now.
No. I just translate from Chinese to English because. Okay,
got you. Okay.
So let Tom and Justin know that.
Yeah, it would. Okay, good. Well, in terms of questions, that's it for me personally. Does anyone here have any questions to add on for Tom and Justin? Again, thank you again, both of you, for your time. It means a lot to us. So yeah, anyone have any questions?
Yes, this is me. Hi, I'm Coral. I have a last question want to ask. I want to know, do you think releasing token U is reducing the risk from SEC? Because you know that maybe 10 days ago, SEC told us like feel and some token is a type of stock. So I want to know you guys if you guys have some idea of that questions. Yes, that is my question.
Oh yeah, so as far as the SEC goes, there's no telling what they're going to think about any of these tokens. It doesn't seem that there's any, at least in the States, it doesn't seem that there's any regulatory clarity as far as the SEC goes. And I'm not wanting to speak too much about things relating to the SEC, if I'm being honest. But yeah, the goal is that everything will be fine.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, I think that is our all of us target is all will be fine, right? So
Absolutely.
yeah, Ricky's, do you have some idea of that?
Unfortunately, no. The SEC is not very clear, in my opinion, on what's what.
What is stock, right?
Yeah, but the same token, or the same in the same thought, U is not is complete. So it's completely permissionless. It's completely trustless, and there is no centralized group running you. It executes independently on the permaweb.
I know. I know your. I know what you mean. You means, so token U is just be created by a decentralized organization, right? So token U is decentralized, right?
Right.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, I have no question.
你要不要翻译一
好
下？你要不要翻译？
我刚刚就是问那个两位我们的嘉宾，就是说，因为大家知道前段时间那个 SEC 认定了一些这个 token，一些 token 是证券嘛，对吧？包括一些像 fail 啊这些，所以其实我就想问，就是说，是不是我们去发行这个 token U 和这个事情有相关性？就是我们是在规避一些风险啊。当然，虽然就整个这个 Arweave 包括我们的这个这个底层协议其实是一个 decentral 是去中心化的。那同样呢，刚刚我们的那两位嘉宾也都给了我相同的答案，就说他们觉得一个是确实现在不了解 SEC 到底对于规划这个证券到底是什么样的一个规则，另外一个呢就是他觉得就是像 Ricky 他给我的答案就非常肯定的说，其实我们 token U 其实就是一个 decentralized 的东西，其实这个和对就证券的这个规则其实就相悖了嘛，对，所以这个就是我的问题和答案。Roman, I have no question. Yeah, you can go on.
Nice. Actually, I do have one more question. What type of launch was this? So when the token was created, was it a fair launch? What type of launch was it?
Yeah, 100% fair launch. We migrated balances from the old bar contract, and we removed all of the addresses that were associated to anyone building the contract from the migration. And then other than that, everything, the only way to mint tokens is burning your AR or uploading data, or now using PermaSwap.
Okay, wait, there's an echo. Oh, is that Siegfried?
Yes, that's right. Can you hear me?
We can, yeah, but do you have headphones? Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, do you by any chance have headphones? Well, he fell off. That's too bad. I don't even remember what I want to say. My ears are bleeding right now. I don't know about you guys, but that was a bit of a headache there. Okay, yeah. So it was a complete fair launch. Gerry, do you want to translate what they were saying? Do you remember what they said?
OK, I will translate that. 刚才的那个问题的话，主要讲的是问的是这个 U 的话是它的发行是不是一种公正的发行？答案是的。这个 U 的话，它就是到目前为止的话，大家可以如果可以看到现在不能 share 一张图啊，其实大家如果看到那张图的话，就可以发现现在 U 的这个分布是非常非常的平均的，没有什么大的这个持有者，即便是一些深度的在这个行业在这个生态里面深度深耕的这些项目，他们在手里头的这个 U 的 token 的数量也是非常少的，所以它的这个分布还是非常平均的。然后在发行这个 U 的过程当中的话，其实去掉了很多那个之前的一些并不是特别公正的一些东西，所以这个是完全公正完全公正发行的，就是对公平发行的这么一个 token U， 对 ，OK。Romain?
Yeah, well, that's it for me on questions. Does anyone else here have any questions? I don't know how to pronounce the name. The Siegfried. How would you pronounce his name? Anyone know how to pronounce the name? I don't. But if anyone else has any other question, the stage is yours. You can definitely comment in the comments as well. If there are no more questions, I guess it's been 1 hour since we started this space. So I'm assuming What are the plans from here on, Gerry?
No, I don't have plan.
Yeah, everything's good. So if there are no more questions, I guess we can start wrapping this up. And thanking Mr. Tom and Justin for joining us today. And yeah, Justin and Tom, do you have anything else you would like to add? Anything maybe that we've missed? Any questions that weren't asked that are pretty important?
I think one of the most important things is to make funny puns about the U token on the internet. So anything like the PermaWeb runs on you. We want you to join the PermaWeb. It's a beautiful day to build on the PermaWeb. All those types of things, I'll always retweet.
Oh yeah, there you go. You know, like maybe I don't know. Arweave is like a whole universe. Yeah, oh man, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, Arweave fixes you.
That's a good one.
And I just want to thank the host, PermaDAO, Romain,